What's good, everybody? It's your boy back for another video. Thank you all for tuning in. So, for this video, I wanted to talk about we as human beings and why we stay in situations that we know are no good for us, right? Like, why do we stay in situations that we know we should change, we should take action towards getting out of, but we stay in those situations anyway? And it dawned on me, like, there's a few reasons for that. One of the biggest reasons is we fear change, right? We fear the things that could come with changing. Like, we fear what can happen if we take that leap of faith. We so quick to think about all negative things that happen before we think about anything positive. When you think about starting, maybe it's a new job, or you think about leaving a relationship, there's certain things that circumstances that you be in that you be like, I need to work towards getting out of this. But I don't work towards getting out of it because I'm so caught up with the mental anxiety, my own negative thoughts that's making me feel like, but what if this happened? Like, what if that happened? You never gonna know it's an opportunity till you take a chance on something. There's no such thing as an all-out perfect situation. Everything gonna have its ups, it's gonna have its downs. Some situations gonna have more ups than downs. Some situations gonna have more downs than ups. But that's just the way life works. But you always gotta take a leap of faith. And you gotta have that faith. You gotta believe in what it is that you put in your mind to, your grind to, your effort, your energy, your time to, that it's gonna work out for you, and that you got the ability to make it work out if things don't start to seem like it's about to work out for you when you first start. Because you're going to get those discouraging moments. You're going to get those times where you start thinking like, man, what the hell was I thinking trying to do this? I'm way in over my head. This, that, and the third. Look, they laughing at me and stuff. Look, I done made a fool out of myself. But those be the moments right there that's going to test how bad you really want that change. How bad you really want what you say you wanted. You got to have that fortitude to keep on going. You got to have that will to get over whatever it is that life throws at you. You got this. You set out for it. You thought about this. It's a reason why you thought about this. If you got a job out there, you go into a job, your boss talking to you all kind of way. You the hardest worker in the job, but they don't appreciate you there. They talk to you all kind of way. You constantly doing 2, 3 other people's jobs all at once, but you still get one person's pay, and you get a low pay at that. And you like, where's the appreciation? You go to take a day off or something like that, they breathing down your neck. It's other slackers on the job, but they don't treat them like that. They got favoritism. You know you need to do something about that situation. Take a chance. Take a chance. You were in a situation where you're in a relationship. It's an abusive relationship. It's a guy beating you down, beating you black and blue, or he verbally abusing you. It's a toxic relationship. Or you got a woman who out there cheating on you. She doing you all types of ways. She don't appreciate the hard work that you doing. She look at you like you just average. Like, I could get another one to you. She don't appreciate you. Man, you know what you need to do. You need to get out of that situation right there. But you sit there and we let negative thoughts tell us, but, well, I don't want to go ahead and learn a whole nother person again. I don't want to have to get to know a whole nother person again. I don't want to start another job because I got to get to know a whole new system, go through training all over again. And then I might not like it. And then I just wasted my time and I'm back in the boat all over. Well, listen, let me tell you something. That's lazy thinking right there. And it don't pay to be lazy. It don't pay to be lazy. You want something out of life, you're going to have to keep going for it, keep going for it. You're going to get knocked down a few times. You're going to fail your way to success. It's not just going to happen. If it was all up to us, always understand this, if it was always up to us, we would have whatever we want, when we want it, how we want it, etc., etc. All of us would be millionaires. That's not how life works, though. It's going to happen when it's meant to happen, not when you want it to happen. So in the meantime, you got to keep on going. You got to keep on grinding. You got to keep striving. Don't let them negative thoughts talk you out and trick you off your spot. I started to notice that too with myself before. right? I started to notice that I was overthinking a lot of things. I was sitting there. It wasn't so much as somebody else laughing at me or telling me I can't do this or can't do that. A lot of that stuff be coming from my own mind, questioning whether I could do this, questioning whether you really capable of doing that. But you know what your talent is. You know how hard you work towards this. So why question that? You know the situation that you're in right now is not conducive to you having good mental health. It's not conducive to you having happiness, peace, joy. It's probably not even purposeful, right? You in a relationship, you're not even probably planning on getting married. You just don't want to be alone. You know this person, you know their tendencies, you know this, you know that, and you talk yourself into just settling for a person or justifying or trying to justify why they treat you bad. Same thing with a job, but it pays the bills, but it does this. If you want it bad enough, you're gonna have to figure out a way to get up out of that situation. Don't sit there and be content and normalize what's abnormal. You know, you being talked down to, you being treated wrong. That's abnormal behavior. Why do we sit there and normalize things that are not normal? That's the thing. We can't be sitting there doing that. Another reason why we sit there and do that, we normalize abnormal things is because a lot of times we come from circumstances and situations where that is the norm to us growing up, right? That's the norm. If you've been taught down to your whole life by your parents, you know, your family, this, that, and the third, people talk to you any old kind of way, then guess what? When you growing up, you're going to always think this is the way people are supposed to talk to me. This is the way I'm supposed to be treated because I've been treated like this all my life, right? If you grow up in an environment where it's a lot of violence, it's a lot of abnormal stuff going on, you're going to think this is the way it's supposed to be. I'm supposed to be like this. I'm supposed to act loud. I'm supposed to be, rude and disrespectful and stuff like that. I'm supposed to be really brolic. And then you get into certain situations, you realize, damn, why everybody not acting like this? Why everybody not moving like me? That's because God then took you from one situation and put you in another situation to kind of show you a light that this is abnormal behavior. What you're doing right here, this is abnormal. What you grew up to, this is abnormal. So this is all you know. But listen, there's a different way of life out there. There's a life out there where people don't talk to each other like that. They don't treat each other like that. They're a community. They build up together. They don't put each other down. You know, when one person down, each one put a hand in to help lift that person back up. But you come from a circumstance where everybody turn their back on each other. There's crabs in a bucket. Everybody quick to pull each other down to get themselves up, then get pulled back down by the other crabs in the bucket. That's the thing we have to change. And a lot of times we don't even know that we in bad situations because, again, we just so used to these situations. We so used to it being messed up. We so used to, not having that money, or we used to the struggle. We used to this stuff, so we normalize that, thinking that is the way it's supposed to be. You're an adult. You're not supposed to be struggling with your bills and nothing like that, to keeping up your means. That's not supposed to be your life right there. You're not supposed to be wondering, contemplating how you're going to feed your kids. You're not supposed to be contemplating how you're going to put your lights on and all this stuff. That's not normal right there. You're supposed to have that stuff together. You got to go out there, and you can't sit there and look at that like, well, my neighbors live like this, my friends, my family, so I guess it's normal. You got to dare to get out there. The stuff that you see on TV, you see that nice house on TV, right? You hear about them celebrities. You hear about these people, those people who are actually out there living a better life. You got to strive to seek what that is really about. Is this true? Go to find out for yourself, not just find out because that's what the news telling you, or that's because some Joe Blow guy told you, or whoever. Don't just do it for that. Go to find out for yourself. Go ride around them neighborhoods. I'll never forget the time when I first saw a multi-million-dollar mansion in the state. It was huge. the property itself was so big, made the house look small, and the house is like a huge house. And it's like, man, people really, really live like this. Like this is not just something you see at MTV Cribs. People really live like this. This is real. Like, you know what I mean? This is true. People are really pulling up to houses where they never even use their front door unless it's somebody at the front door because they got a driveway and they going through the house, through the garage. They not even using the front door unless it's somebody else visiting the house, a service person or something who need, let me fix your HVAC or let me hook up your cable or something like that. That's it. They don't even open their front door because they don't go in through the front door. I'm dead serious about this. Like, seek to know. Once you start seeing that, like, man, that is reality. Wow, you know what I'm saying? It's like being in an abusive household as you as a kid, and your parents talk down to you, your family talk down to you. Y'all say these negative things to each other, and then you get around a friend in school, and you see how his family treat him way different. And then y'all get tight, and he invites you over to his house, and his mom taught you much more respectful, treat you better, and take you in and do all this, do all that. You're like, damn, why I don't get all this at home? There's somebody out there really living like this. Like, you know, this is so, this feels relaxing. Like, wow, I like this. I want this. This is a different way of life. This is better than what I grew up to. I deserve this, not the stuff that I came from, not the stuff that I grew up to. There's more out there for you. Just believe, understand that, and seek that knowledge. Seek that experience. Seek better. Don't just sit there and take what life just hands you, man. Go out there and get what you want out of life. You only got one to live. It's nothing to be fulfilled by sitting there just playing it safe. Well, I'm going to just stay here because, hey, I know this person right here. She might not be the best. He might not be the best. You know, they beat me black and blue sometimes, but hey, I know him real well. I can't even say what's the positive why I'm staying in this relationship, but besides, well, I just don't want to get to know somebody else, so I know them. So, hey, it is what it is. I'm going to just stay here. Nah, man. Strive more. Get more. You deserve more. Don't sit there and settle for that. Don't just take that. You can do better than that. Go do better. Strive. Get it. You got one life. Go ahead and make it happen, man. Go ahead and make it happen. So that's my message for the day. It's like, don't sit there and normalize situations that you know is bad for you. Or even if you didn't know it was bad for you. Like when you sit back and think about that, is this making me happy? Am I happy doing what I'm doing? Am I happy in this relationship? Am I happy with the place that I'm staying at? Am I really happy with this? Or do I really want more? And if the answer is yes, I really want more, then you need to start working towards that more that you want. Apply the plan. Apply the course. Take some action. Write down some goals and start taking steps towards those goals and put a date on that too. So you know whether it's the littlest goals in the world or it's the biggest goals that builds confidence and belief and faith and little stepping stones to win those little battles and to get to really, really building your confidence that I can do this. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can be great. I could be what I set out to be. This was on my mind. It could be the smallest thing, like just getting up in the morning. I'm going to make my bed for a week straight. I never made my bed before, but I'm going to make my bed for a week straight this week. And you go ahead and you really make your bed for a week straight, that whole week, and then carry over to the next week, and then the next week. You're like, wow, I really put my mind to this, and I really did it. Change your whole perspective on life, man. Change your whole mindset, and you get to believing you can do anything you put your mind to. There's a will, there's a way, and you're going to find that way once you got that will. Keep going, keep striving. Do not sit there and normalize abnormal stuff. Get what life got for you. Go for it, man. It's your boy here, man. Thank y'all for tuning into this video. I hope you learned some. I'd love to hear what you got to say. Leave a comment down below. If you've been in a situation like this, or you're in a situation going through this now, you don't even know you was in a bad situation until you just thought about it by seeing this video. Let me know down below. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. I'm out.